Today, I'm doing a tier list on controllers. Well, let's just get started in this. Alright, so our first one, it's the Nintendo Switch or Joy-Con controllers. Now these are a hot steaming pile of garbage. They always get controller drift. They suck. Suck a lot. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna stick them in D tier. They're really bad. Like, I hate them with everything. Like, I have 4 Joy-Cons, and 3 of them have drift, which is so dumb. And, like, I can't even play on, I would play on my Nintendo Switch if they weren't broken, you know? Alright, so, our next one, got the Xbox 360 controller. Now, this is a stupid good controller. Like, to play like all the old Xbox 360 games, and it fit perfectly, didn't have any problems, and it it didn't have anything that was too amazing, but I would say it's probably an A tier. I'll give it an A tier. It's kind of mid. It's not S tier, but it's not like average, it's kind of in the middle. So we got the Duke. This behemoth of a controller. Now, this thing, I mean, I've used them once, and they're like, I don't know, they're big, and you need your big behemoth hands to freaking touch them. It's freaking, you can't do anything on it. It's dumb. So, it's kind of mid, I'm gonna be honest. It's bulky, it's not too amazing. So I'm gonna give it like a C tier. Now, we got the SNES controller, the dog bone. I love this controller. Like, playing, like, Super Mario World or whatever on it. Like, that's the only game I can really think of. It's really good. I like it a lot. So, I think, I don't know. And, like, the buttons feel nice, and they're, like, perfect. They're perfect in every way. I love them. So, I think I'm just gonna stick it in. Oh, this one's a tricky one. I think I'm gonna stick it high B. I think it's gonna stay there. Now, PS4 controller, mid. I'm gonna be honest, kind of mid. Not gonna lie. They're like, I'm an Xbox user, and they're not too amazing. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It's alright. I mean, it's weird. Like, the joysticks are on these two, like, the bottom. Like, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I don't like it. It's not like horribly bad. It's just different, and like using X and square and all that, it's just me being dumb and being an Xbox controller or user and not knowing what button is which. But I mean, I've heard like my friends use them and they'd say it's pretty alright, so I think I'll give it a B tier. It's alright. Now, what is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the Sega Genesis controller. Yes. The Sega Genesis controller. That is, oh no, this is the Sega Genesis controller. What is this? I'm gonna skip that one for now. Alright. Sega Genesis controller. I've played on this. It's alright. Playing Sonic on it. It's alright. It's not nothing you want to go like write home about. It's not that amazing. So I think I'm just gonna put it in, I don't know, high C tier. They're mid. Now the Wii U controller, which is just a switch that's attached to the port controller, is, it's alright, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not really that, I mean, you can act as a TV controller or remote too, so I mean, you got that going for it. Which, I mean, I bet you, like my friend has a Wii U and he uses that as his TV controller. So I think that is probably, I don't know, I don't really feel like there's anything sticking out that's amazing about it. So I'm just gonna put in B tier, And okay, so now we got I think this is the original PS4 or PS1 controller, something like that. This kind of the same as like that or whatever. I don't know. It's not that great, I feel like. I mean, I guess, I don't know, the buttons are, I like this better. I don't know. This behemoth with no, you know what, I'm gonna put that bottom D tier. That is horrible. It's got no joysticks. It's bad. Now this, I think this is the PS3 controller, I think, and I feel the same as I feel about the PS4 controller. It's mid. Alright, so, okay, we got the decent controllers. We got the Nintendo Pro controller. Like, these things are actually pretty decent. I like them a lot. They're really cool. They work nice. They're really stinking cool, you know. You can get, like, cool little designs on them, and they work really well. So, like, you know, I'm just gonna, like, I think this one is probably one of my favorite controllers. It's probably one of my favorites, so I'm gonna put it in S tier. And okay, so now we got another freaking PS something controller. It's gonna go in the same little spots as these. Now the GameCube controller. Now this, I know, is loved by the Smash Bros community. You know, they love this controller, and I mean, it's alright. I played on it like a couple times. It's pretty okay, I think. But it's for the people's sake that, like, they use it for like Super Smash Bros and all that. I'll put it A tier because it's actually pretty decent. I've played on it. Now we got the actual NES controller next. So, I mean, like the corners, like they have the little corners, and they always like dug into the side of my fingers. And it's like a tiny controller. It's not like, I don't know, it kind of hurts your hand after playing for a while, and it's not comfy or anything. Like I think the words ergonomics or whatever, like on the Xbox 360 controller, perfect. Like all these up here, perfect. Now, this is just, it's uncomfy, but yeah, I think C is respectable. Now, the Nintendo 64 controller is dumb. There's no point. Like, what? Why do you have three prongs? Like, that's just stupid. You don't need that. It's dumb. Like, it's there. Like, you know, this controller, like any of these controllers, their placements are decent besides the PS4 controllers and all that. Don't like that. Well, they solved the problem apparently with this one, just got rid of them. So, that's helpful, huh? But this is mid. I'm gonna be honest. Well, it's actually really bad, but it works. You know what doesn't work? The freaking Joy-Cons. They don't work. They're dumb. But like, I don't know. After you get used to it, it's not bad. I'll put it in C. I don't care. All right, now this is the Dreamcast. I think I've never used it, but I mean, it looks all right. It looks kind of funky. You know, I'm just gonna go full on looks after this. Like, do you think any like cool guy is gonna have a freaking Dreamcast controller in his hands? Like, I beg to differ on that one. Like, there's no way. There's no way that's gonna be something that like, I don't know. You're not gonna flex that you have a Dreamcast controller. Like, it's just dumb. So I think it's based on looks alone. It looks better. It looks worse than the Duke. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna put it behind. Now, the Wii controller and nunchuck, can't forget that. These are amazing. We love them. Like, I don't know. There's nothing like wrong about them. Like, they're weird. They are a little janky at times, like what they're doing. But like for the time, that was awesome. Like, that was so cool that you could just do that. I don't know, but like in the nunchuck too, and you could play on the side. There was so many attachments for it too. And it was a good controller. It did its job. It did what it wanted to do, you know. I'll give it bottom of A. I think that'll work. Now, I think this is just a USB version of the Xbox One controller, which, I mean, it's an Xbox One controller, you know. It's pretty good, but it's not, I think it's, honestly, I think this might be like bottom of, just because it's USB and you don't have that freedom. Like, I'm just gonna go with like B on that one. But like, it's just an Xbox controller, so it's really good. Like, I like the feel of an Xbox controller. It's good. You can feel the buttons when you're pressing them, unlike the PS4 controller where it's like, you know, squishy. It's like squeezing a piece of, like a sponge is the like as the button, and it's like you can't tell if you're hitting it or not. To me, I guess some people like that, but I like the more clicky, like, you know, you can feel and know that you're hitting the button. You know, you don't have to like get the muscle memory of knowing that like it's, you know, oh, that means it's working or whatever. Like, you know, I don't know. It's alright. The PS4 controller, but I love my Xbox One controllers. Those are pretty cool. Alright, we like those. Now, this monstrosity, I don't know what this is. Can I like open it? I don't know. Can't do anything with it, so I'm just gonna, I don't know what to do with this one. It looks weird. It looks like, I think it's just a, no, it's not a Sega Genesis controller. I don't know what this is. And it makes me scared. So, it scares me, so it's going to the bottom of D. Actually, you know, it's going. Nothing will beat how bad the Joy-Cons are. They are horrible. Never, ever again will I ever use those. They're so dumb. There's no point to them. They're dumb. So, alright. Well, that's the not Xbox, the controller tier list. So, yeah, I think my picks were pretty good, and yeah, it was alright. It was a good thing to do a tier list on. Honestly, I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, that's that.